So, you want to be an author, but how do you make that your reality? I've asked myself this question 100 times, and what I've learned is not just about talent or an ambition. It's about building the right foundation so that you don't burn out or go broke chasing your dream. This isn't about overnight success. The goal is stability and momentum. The best thing about this is that you can make it your own. Your author dreams are customizable. But today I want to talk about how to create a good foundation to build your author dreams on. This advice is for college students, graduates that are starting their new job, their first job, and people who have families and have been in the workforce for a while. This advice that I'm going to give, I will give it to anyone that I care about, any family member or any close friends. These are not hard and fast rules, but this advice is coming from experience that I've had. Watch the whole video until the end so that you can get the full value from this video and not miss any important information. If you're in college, you have a huge advantage: time and low cost of living. Use it. Take advantage of your situation. If you are sure that becoming an author is what you want to do, start building your portfolio. Write short stories, start a novella, start your novel, and start documenting your process on social media. Start telling people that you're a writer and you enjoy reading books. You don't know what connections you can make. Use time management tools to schedule your classes, to schedule study time and homework time, and also use it to schedule your writing and reading time, and also researching story elements and social media posting time. You can use Google Calendar, Notion. There are tons of time management tools out there, but choose the one that works best for you. I know this might seem like a lot of work, but take it one step at a time. Search around your campus and see if there are any writing groups. Recruit critique partners from your classes, especially if there are writing classes. You and your classmate can exchange work and read each other's work and give each other honest feedback. At this time for me, I was dabbling in different forms of storytelling, like filmmaking, playwriting, and screenwriting, to name a few. I asked teachers and classmates to read my work and give feedback, and it was very helpful. And they gave honest feedback. I did not give up and I kept working on my craft. One of my previous classmates was one of my beta readers for my debut novel. Alright, so this next point here, I feel like I'll be doing you guys a disservice if I don't mention this, but it's the reality of our world and our situation. Pick a major that you're also interested in and that gives employability, and either double major in writing or minor in writing or storytelling or whatever your school has available. I'm not saying this because I want you to have a backup plan. No. I'm saying this because this career path can be slow in the beginning. I mean, there's some people that hit it off right off the bat as an author, but in most cases is a slow beginning. And I don't want you to be in survival mode. Wondering how or what you're going to eat can kill any creativity a person has quicker than writer's block. This strategy will give you the peace of mind knowing that all your basic needs are met while you're also pursuing your author career. Stay on top of your school fees and your finances, even if your parents are handling them. It's still good to know the nitty-gritty of your school finances. And if you can, take out as little debt as possible, or if possible, none at all. I will elaborate on that later on in the video. Graduated recently and you want to be an author? If you can, live with your parents. It will save you a lot of money. If that's not an option, like it was in my case, find affordable living. move to a cheaper city, get roommates, or even house hack. I ended up getting a decent and affordable apartment that was close to everything. Get a job, create a simple budget, and stick to it. Save consistently and build up an emergency fund and start paying down high interest debt. The reason why I'm saying this is so that you are not in survival mode. If you have all your basic needs left, you have mental room to be creative and focus on your author career. And if your job provides it, enroll in your employer's 401k benefits, even while you're pursuing your author dreams, because time is on your side and you don't want to miss out on the time that you have now that your money can be working for you and growing for your retirement. And again, if you have debt, make a plan to pay it off. The point is to lower your expenses as much as you can so that you can focus on making your author career a reality. The higher your expenses, the more financial responsibilities that you have. If you can get to a point where you have financial flexibility, you can then focus more on your author career. Like I said, sometimes in the beginning it can be slow. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, this next advice is also for those who have a day job and want to keep their day job and also just have an author career on the side. That's a great plan too, but this next section would be for you guys as well. Guard your writing time. During this time, your only time to write, post content, and send emails is on evenings and on weekends. This time is your bloodline. This is where you will make progress with your book, your posting schedule, and also sending out emails to your readers. For example, you can schedule 30 to 45 minutes in the evening after work, like 2 or 3 times a week for your social media posting or even sending out emails. And then on the weekends, you can choose to have like a writing session be like 2 or 4 hours. So that's an example. You can customize it however you like. Again, do what works best for you. And again, use the time management tools that you prefer, whichever works best for you. During this time in my life, I would schedule 2 hours of writing time after work and then 4 hours of writing time on the weekends, both Saturday and Sunday. So I guess that'll be 8 hours. But there were a lot of times where I was exhausted and I did not want to do anything, but I still stuck it out and I pushed myself. Yes, there were times where I needed a break, but this was the only way I could finish my first book. If you implement these tips, you will look back 6 months from now and see the progress you have made. If you have a family or a mortgage, you have been in the workforce for a while, we have to approach things differently. Perhaps you always wanted to be an author, but you didn't think it was possible or realistic. And on top of that, you don't know how to go about it, because you have a lot of things to think about already. Once you have made the decision to pursue your author dreams, have a discussion with your family about it. If you have children, involve them as well, so that your family feels included and feel like they also played a part in making your dreams come true. And come up with a plan together. Like, what can we do to make this a reality? Do we have to cut down on some things or cut out some things, or do we have to move, or whatever it is? Just have that discussion with your family. You don't have to do all the things you guys talk about at once. They can be planned in stages. For example, if we pay down our debt, I can switch my job to a more flexible job where I can also have time to work on my author career. The most important thing is being a team and being on the same page. Once a plan is agreed on as a unit, It's time to execute the plan and also have accountability. And when a milestone is hit, celebrate. This next section is for everyone. Doesn't matter where you are in life. I think that this will be helpful for all of you. While you're in the trenches of life, this is what I suggest for you to start your author career. It's simple, but not easy. To be honest, you only need 2 platforms. One platform for your email list and then one social media account. And that's it. Nice and simple. You don't have to be everywhere, anywhere, all at once, honestly. Choose a social media platform that you enjoy and you like to use. And then your email platform, you can choose free ones like Substack. I have a Substack. The link is in the description box below if you want to check it out and see how my Substack looks like. And there's plenty others. Just do your research and pick the one that is best for you. Next, create a freebie. It can be a novella, it could be a few chapters, it can be a full book, whichever you decide. Create that freebie and join platforms like BookFunnel or Story Origin. There's other platforms like them, and join their promotions. There are requirements for joining promotions, so make sure that you read the rules and you follow them. When you do this, this is where you will find your readers. Once your readers choose your story to read, you will be sent their email address, and you can export the email address and add it to your email platform of your choice, and then start interacting with your readers. I know you might be thinking, what am I going to talk about with my email list? But you can talk about a lot of things. You can talk about the freebie that you wrote, like an author's note. Or you can even talk about your work in progress, your current project. You can talk about like any world building, any character backstory. There's a lot of things you can talk about. Any updates, any write-in updates. There are so many ways to interact with your email list. Again, these are your readers. They are the ones that are going to be reading your next projects as long as they're on your email list. You can email your list like once a month, once every other month. Again, they're your readers. You don't want to bombard them with emails, especially if it's nothing that's like, of value to them. But also do not go too long, like so many months without contacting them either, because then they'll just lose interest and forget about you. And then when you do send an email, then they will just get off your list because they're like, who's this person again? But yeah, you get the point. Just figure out what works best for you. Me personally, I like to email my email list at least once a month or once every other month. I also post about your author journey on social media, but personally, in my opinion, I feel like you should focus more on your email list than your social media, because your email list is actually your core audience. And don't be afraid to join writing groups. They may meet once a week or once every other week, but this is where you can actually share your work in progress and get constructive feedback. Again, I know I keep saying this, but use any time management tool that you're comfortable with, because I believe that when something is planned, that's what gets done. It can be as short as 10 minutes a day or 2 hours every other week, just as long as you are moving forward. These steps are simple, they're not glamorous or flashy, and growth can be steady. The whole point, at least in my opinion, is that these tips are a solid foundation to build your author career on, and you will start to see momentum, and that will be the motivation for you to keep going. Which path are you on? Are you a college student? Are you already established, have a family, responsibilities? Comment below and let me know what step you'll take this week. Alright, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me about writing and author journey, etc. Click on any of these videos here to continue watching. Like and comment. I will respond to every comment. I will see you later. Bye.